Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, week number 27. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor is an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. My focus is on sell rules. These need daily attention, and it's not a buy and hold strategy. The basic premise is my start date is April 13, 2018. I have $100,000 to invest. My goal is to double my money in 1 year. My focus is on practicing and developing my sell rules. And I'm trading in my rollover Roth IRA. So I have free trades there and there's no tax implications because it's a Roth. As you probably saw this week, the market dropped significantly and it is in a correction. I have sell rules that I use when I'm in a confirmed uptrend, and I've rearranged them this week and added one rule. So my first rule is to follow my sell rules, which quite frankly, I haven't been doing very well, as you'll see, but this is um, me trying to develop them and learn them, so it's part of the learning process. I want to sell a stock if it falls 8% below the purchase price. This is my floor, and I set that alert when I buy the stock. After the stock has gained 10%, I change that floor to the violation of the 20-day exponential moving average, and I'll explain that later. After 8 weeks, I check in to see if the stock has gained a minimum of 4%, and after that, I continue to watch and see if it gains a minimum of 0.5% a week. I also watch my sold stocks to look for any repurchase opportunities. And I'm not sure about this rule, but I do have a hold a minimum of 6 weeks, but I'm on the fence with that rule. I also added this rule last week for when we move to an uptrend under pressure. I want to raise my 8% floor a little bit closer to the purchase price. And I'm doing that by looking at the 20-day exponential moving average and the 50-day for a violation of either of those to see if that is a good place to put my floor. So week 27, I sold 4 stocks and I purchased 1 stock. And you can see that the stocks that I sold, 2 of them I sold for 8% or less, and 2 of them I did not sell at the right time. Strataskin Sciences, I did a good job selling it. That yellow line and the red dash line are right on target. I did take a loss. I held the stock for just about 2 weeks and I did lose the 8% on it and got out. PRA Health Sciences, I had raised that floor to the violation of the 20-day moving average last week. So you can see where that blue arrow is. That is the day that it closed below the 20-day exponential moving average. You take the low from that day, and then 1% below that would be where you draw your yellow line. And I did not do a good job of selling when it crossed that yellow line, and I had several opportunities to, but I took a much larger loss, and I lost a total of 12% on the sale of that stock, and I held it for about 2 weeks. Massimo Corporation is another stock that I did not sell at the right point. That yellow arrow is pointing to where my floor was set and I should have sold on that day. I did not, and I took a larger loss than I needed to. Bandwidth Inc. Let's see, it fell below the floor the day after I purchased it and I did not sell, and then it climbed back up and then it dropped again and I finally sold, but I didn't do it right at the 8%. I took a loss of 10.5% in 3.5 weeks. Here's the stock that I purchased this week, North American Construction Group, and I'm also struggling with this stock. I think I made a bad buy here, that it was too far extended above its 10-day moving average. You can see the stock has dropped below the yellow line and I still have not sold it, but I want to hang on to it through this week and see how it does. It's holding at its 10-day moving average, and I want to see if it can find its way above that and above the yellow line. One of the reasons that I think that this stock is going to keep going up is that it has such high volume down at the bottom. In the purple, you can see the average volume is increasing and it's closed above that average line many days. And if you look over to the left down in the volume, it had tiny volume. So I really think this stock is going to be moving up, and I'm going to hold it for a few more days and see if it finds its way. Champions Oncology crossed below its yellow bar on Friday, and I need to take a look at that Monday. If it's still below that bar, I need to get rid of it. This is a hard stock for me because it went up 50% in 2 weeks, and now I practically have no gain whatsoever. And I need to help identify a rule that I can use to help capture these gains. And I put that purple line there, it's 12% off the high. So would a rule that tracks how far a stock is off at high help me? I'm not sure, but it's really painful to lose that 50% gain. Now it's down to like a 2% gain. And Target, it also has a yellow bar violation, but it's back above that. So I'll watch this next week. Hopefully the market goes up or I'm going to have an empty portfolio. WHD Cactus Inc. I changed the floor from 3606, which was at the 8%, to the violation of the 20-day exponential moving average at 3656. The blue arrow is pointing to the day that the stock closed below its 20-day exponential moving average, and I took the low for that day, which was 36.93, and multiplied it by 0.99, which is 1% less than that low, and my new target is at 36.56, my floor for selling my losses. So my current gains for my 4 stocks, I've sorted these by the losers, and I'm quite a bit down in NOA, but I haven't hit 8% on the WHD or the target, thank God, and I'm down for the week. My weekly percentage change, I have sorted by the losers on the top, and you can see that CSBR, the week of 9/28, it was up 32%, and the week of 10/5, it was down 17%, and again on 10/12, it was down 17.7%. So I've lost all of my gain in this, and we'll probably be looking at selling it on Monday. NOA, we've already discussed. I need to see if I'm going to be selling that this week as well. Cactus WHD was down 7.4% for the week, and Target is the only winner, just barely, at 0.1% up. And you can see my all holdings bar chart. NOA is below that 9,200 line where I want to be cutting my losses. So I'm really going to have to think hard this week if I'm going to be keeping that or just draw a hard line in the sand at that 8%. Here's my transaction history for October for any of you who want to check my numbers. I have a cash balance of $94,000. And my benchmark continues to show my portfolio going down. I'm at 32% for my 27 weeks versus 4.1% or 4.17% for the S&P 500. So I'm well above the S&P 500, but I am not happy with my performance because I've lost quite a bit in the last 6 weeks or so. So hopefully I'll be able to pull it together and continue on my journey to double my money in 1 year. So what I learned this week, first one I learned is I need to follow my sell rules. So I'm going to work on that this week and see how it goes. I also need to consider setting automatic sell orders and not just setting price alerts. I need a better way to lock in my gains for stocks like CSBR. And I need to find a better way to track my yellow lines, as the program that I'm using doesn't always remember my markups. So I'm going to have to think about that. And lastly, I need to be more thoughtful in my buy decisions. I really like the stock, the NOA stock, and I liked its chart, but I bought when it was overextended, and I'm going to try to do better buys in the future. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get alerts when I post a new episode.